Thank you for coming to my channel, Compass Starlight. This is going to be a reading for the weekend and the following week. This is a collective reading, a reading for the general collective, and we'll see what kind of energies we can expect over the course of the weekend and the week ahead. I have my Rainbow Tarot. First we have the Six of Wands, and then we have the Four of Cups. What other energies can we get here? What can we expect for the week ahead? With the Six of Wands, there's a notion that we might be coming through after closing something up, sort of coming home from the battle, right? So there is a notion of having completed something and having learned a lesson, possibly, from some experience or some relationship, some negotiation or interaction. This could be, the birds are very talkative there. This could be from a business opportunity that you worked on with a team and you showed your leadership skills. And in some sense, you got some recognition or rose to the top. Now, with the Four of Cups next to it, that card suggests that maybe you're not recognizing your achievements. Let's see. Oh, I keep dropping these. We have the Two of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. I'm pausing as I look at those because the Eight of Pentacles, I believe, is in reverse. So we have the Hermit. The Two of Swords, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Hermit. Faced with a choice. You may be unsure of what to do with your energy after all the hard work you put into a relationship or your work. You may feel dissatisfied from the results, even though there is recognition from others that you maybe aren't recognizing. Or maybe you feel like you haven't received the rewards, the rewards that you're due, and you feel conflicted. I just dropped it. You feel conflicted about the results of the work that you put in. You're not sure how to move forward. You have a choice. This or that. There is always an endless... I'm going to bring this out here. This Two of Swords, look. There is an island in the background which could suggest a third choice. However, look how endless are the stars and the skies. There are multiple opportunities here. Endless opportunities, endless choices from which to choose. It's not just this or that. And it's suggested that perhaps you take a more playful approach in considering your choices. With the Eight of Pentacles in reverse here, alongside the Hermit, Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Hermit, this suggests that maybe you need to take a step back from work, take a break, and go within to figure out where or from what point are you projecting your energy? From what point are you illuminating that which you want to pursue? The Hermit goes to the mountain. He is very grounded. But he goes to the mountain to look within, and when he finds what he's looking for, he finds that inspiration, the star, if you will, his dream, his goal, his wish, his desire. He then uses that to illuminate his path. He uses that to illuminate his path moving forward. That is to say, he can then shine a light on that which he needs to focus his attention. One more card, please. Six of Wands, Four of Cups, Two of Swords, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Hermit, and the Four of Swords. Yes, some rest, recuperation, introspection. A time for review. Now, if the Hanged Man were here, we might see that you could change your perspective on this Four of Cups. Instead of not looking at this opportunity here that is before you, that is being presented to you, because you experienced all these experiences in the past. You have it in mind, or you don't even have it in mind, but this cup being offered doesn't look like much based on your experiences from the past. But if you turn your gaze towards this new cup, this new offering being presented to you, you could see that it is an opportunity. Now, if you've put in the hard work and you've gained recognition for your hard work, whether it be in self-development, in relationship, in your business negotiations, in your educational pursuits, etc., you may be at a point where you're considering, I have these accomplishments. What do I do next? What do I want to manifest for myself in this next cup? And that could be seen as a choice. But instead of pushing forward, working hard to gain something with the Eight of Pentacles, you can trust that it will come to you if you can go within and gain clarity from your inner knowing. There will be blessings as a result of that. It will come to you in your meditation, in your time of rest, perhaps in your sleep or in your dreams. The sunflowers grow here in the background. They grow towards the sun. So that's a symbolism for looking toward that which lights you up. As the sun lights up for the flowers grow towards the sun. This time of reflection is a time to go within, to pray or to have faith, to connect with Source in some way, draw upon your inner divine energy, connect within to connect with God, or connect within to connect with Source. Let your mind be at peace. Instead of pushing hard working, let go of that for the time being. It's not to say don't go to work, but it does indicate a time of pause to consider where you are and how far you've come, the achievements that you've gained previously, and where you want to redirect your energy. And now I'm going to take an archetype card from the Mantegna Tarot, and we'll see what kind of energy we can embody over the course of the weekend and into the week ahead. What kind of energy can we embody going forward here? What would best suit the collective? What's the energy for my viewers toward which they can aim or embody? There we go. I get two cards here. Usurp and Rhetoric. I actually get 6 cards because they all flipped. 2 on the floor. Do we go with all of those? Usurp is card number 18. We put that on the 6 of Wands. We get Rhetoric, card number 23. On the 4 of Cups. Uranus. Card number 12 on the 2 of Swords. We have the Artisan. Hi, sweetie. Yeah. The Artisan, card number 3 on the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Very interesting. That's very much in alignment. The Emperor, card number 9 with the Hermit. And Charity, card number 38 with the 4 of Swords. Usurp is a card of inspiration. Listen to the notes, everything lets out. Let me see. The 6 of Wands. Listen to the notes, everything lets out. Inspiration. Perhaps there was something that inspired you to move forward, and you listened to that message. And by following that message, you were able to gain clarity in that which you needed to pursue. And you did. And you had an accomplishment. You saw the rewards of that. There's something to be learned from that. There is sort of a pattern that you can follow. If you started with step A, the inspiration, and followed it through to completion and received your rewards, how can you emulate that pattern in the future? With the sphere here at the feet of Euterpe, that may suggest that the answer to your query. Kitty's got into a little bit of a scuffle. Needed to be separated. Okay, the answer to your query may currently be obscured, and I say that because Euterpe has the moon at her feet. She is, however, able to harmonize. She's able to harmonize energy. That's what we get with a musical instrument. And she's able to harmonize the energy using music. It comes from her soul. So with the pattern recognition, you could find that if you go within, you can illuminate the desires and the wishes that are hiding inside. And that's what's suggested with the Hermit and the Four of Swords. Next we have rhetoric, discussion. Sincere dialogue leads to a shared truth. Well, you won't even look at that cup. That's what it looks like. Rhetoric holds the sword of truth. So we're being asked to look at that cup. What is in that cup? Why are you hesitant to look at that cup? What is the truth behind your hesitation? It's time to have an honest discussion about your wants, your wishes, your will, your desire. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I did not pick a very good time to do a reading. These guys are being crazy at the moment. I can't even worry about it. Next we have Urania. Inner balance. Serenity. Always maintain inner balance. This is very much in alignment. Look at this. Urania holds the moon in her palm. She knows there is obscurity, and yet she embraces it. The Two of Swords card, the individual has the blindfold, and just indicates that there is this obscurity. She doesn't know the answer, this or that. She has to choose. She has to go within to figure it out. Urania suggests that if you have serenity within, you can be grounded. You can see her feet on the earth, and yet there is a river running through the field under her feet. She's grounded, but she's in touch with the fluidity of intuition and emotion. She trusts that. She trusts that when she is in balance, she can make good decisions. Then we have the Artisan with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Ability. Develop technical skills. So it's not just about working hard, it's also about discerning maybe where you are lacking. Where do you need to further your education possibly in order to continue to have the achievements of recognition here, which we see with the Six of Wands, right? In order to continue receiving recognition, in order to continue achieving your goals, what must you do? One of the things is you have so much noise. One of the things is that you have to focus on the patterns and what works for you. But you also have to make sure that you're developing the skills that are required for your field. But that requires some assessment. And that is where we find ourselves going inward with the Hermit and taking a day of rest with the Four of Swords. So with the Hermit, we have the Emperor. The Emperor is a card of initiative. And this one says, excessive power sometimes enslaves. Again, you don't, and the King here the Emperor rather, has the planet Mars in his hand. You don't want to force your way through reality. You don't want to force your way into achievement. What you want is you want to let yourself be guided. You want to trust. Force is not the answer. You want to be guided by what feels good. Take the path of least resistance here. Let your inner knowing guide you instead of forcing your way to the top. And then finally, we have charity. Charity. The pain of others is a personal test. This is a message to recognize that which is yours and that which does not belong to you. So if you have spent a lot of time, carrying the weight of others, working hard because you're picking up somebody else's slack, it's okay to do that, but at some point you have to recognize what is yours to carry and that which maybe doesn't belong to you. You can give charity. That's a bag of seeds. She's feeding these birds below her. When there's abundance, you can give to others. But don't forget to give to yourself. Give yourself a day of rest. Give yourself opportunity to have introspection. Give yourself time to have pause, to go within and seek your inner light. Discover what moves you. Give yourself opportunity to hone your skills, to figure out what skills you need to work on. There's a lot in this reading, but it does seem like you do need some time for rest and contemplation, rest and relaxation, meditation, space, head space, emotional space, spiritual space, in order to figure out how to develop yourself further so that you can move forward into your next conquest, into your next achievement. Because you really don't want an opportunity to come in and then find yourself overlooking that opportunity because you're distracted by everybody else, by the work that's on the table, by the things that everybody else needs, when really you do have to discover what it is that you need. And that, again, that hermit going within to figure out what fires him up, what lights his fire, and then focus your light onto that which moves you. Let it be the thing that lights your path forward. That's the message for the weekend and the week ahead. And I hope you have a very auspicious week with prosperity and some personal understanding. Thank you for coming to my channel, Compass Starlight.